Good morning and welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. Hope you're having a great day. We have finished the book of Mark in our devotions here in the morning, looking at spiritual formation. Obviously, Passion Week, it has a lot to do with our spiritual formation. When we look at the teachings of Jesus that week, how important they were, that's the week that he taught about the Holy Spirit. It's the week that he taught us many things. But obviously, the two events is the crucifixion and resurrection that happened. That's the power we have in our spiritual formation, is the forgiveness of sins that we get on through the crucifixion. And then we raise to new life with the Holy Spirit and the Spirit of Christ in us, how we can live daily life. Today I wanted to look at an appearance Jesus made after the resurrection. He made several, but one I think is particularly very powerful that he made, and it was on the road to Emmaus. And this is recorded in Luke's Gospel, chapter 24, beginning with verse 13. And I'd like to read. Now that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you only a visitor to Jerusalem and do not know the things that have happened here in these days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him, but we had hoped he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find the body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, but him they did not see." He said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not Christ have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in the scriptures concerning him. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus acted as if he were going further. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. And when he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. Two of Jesus' disciples are going to the road to Emmaus. They're not exactly sure where Emmaus is. They have some ideas. The first time I went, we had a dinner one night at a restaurant. They even think it was one of the sites of Emmaus. It was kind of good food too. But they were walking and they were disturbed about what had happened. And one of them's name's Cleopas, so I just thought, me being a man, I guess, I've always just kind of envisioned that as two men disciples walking. But there's actually some people think it was a man and a wife. And so who knows who it was. But they were walking, and Jesus literally walks upon them. And he asked them what they were talking about, and they said, "Don't you know what's going on?" And, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and his missing body seemed to be the talk of Jerusalem. And so they were talking about that, and then Jesus begins explaining the scriptures from Moses through the prophets. It is amazing how much there is about Jesus in the Old Testament. I've been studying for the last probably 3 years with Jewish scholars, and from Jerusalem. Technology is wonderful. I take Zoom classes every week with guys, and I've been studying with First Temple scholars. Most of the, in fact, let me say this, all of the Old Testament scholars I had in my seminary days were Second Temple scholars. That's the time of the temple around Herod, when they put it together. But the First Temple guys, concentrate more upon the first 5 books of the Bible, and then around to the First Temple. It is amazing how many times in Genesis and Leviticus these guys see the coming Messiah, more so than I've ever heard any New Testament scholar or Second Temple scholar, Old Testament scholar that I've studied with here in the States do. Now, they don't accept Jesus, but they see Messiah everywhere in those teachings, and they all fit Jesus. It's amazing. But Jesus starts breaking it open, saying, hey, this had to happen, this had to happen, this had to happen. Did you not see this in the Old Testament? Did you not see this in Genesis? Did you not see this in Leviticus? Did you not see this in Deuteronomy? And then he takes them to the prophets. So these things were all prophesied, but people didn't catch it. And he taught them that, and then he was going to go further, and they invited him to stay. And when he broke the bread and blessed it, they recognized who he was. And I love what they said, they said, when did not our hearts burn when he was walking with us and talking with us? And they knew who he was, so they rushed back the 7 miles back to the disciples there in Jerusalem and said, we've seen him. We've seen him. He is alive. And it's an amazing story. I love that story of going to Emmaus. And I hope today you'll walk with Jesus, and I hope your heart will burn when you walk in his presence, and it will do it. Well, that kind of concludes the study we've had. I finished up Mark. We had a day or two to do some other things this week. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. We're going to be here. We're looking at our church structure this Sunday. I hope you'll come if you're here in the Texas City area. Next week, we will not be having coffee with the pastor. Ann and I are going to be going to Nashville to see our grandchildren. I will not miss a Sunday. I'll be here this Sunday, and then we'll be back for the next Sunday. But we're going to take some time, go see them, and have some time there away. So I will miss doing these. I enjoy doing these every morning. And but when I get back a week from Monday, we will start on the book of Acts. That's an exciting book, keeps going. And in fact, that's the thing about it, is the book of Acts makes it seem it is right, because it is one thing that happens after another. We will see the development of the early church when Jesus leaves and how it happened. And when you think about spiritual formation, I think there's no better place to begin and to start and to learn than from the book of Acts. So until then, I'll pray a blessing upon you this week, and I hope you can join us Sunday. Have a good day. Bye now.